I'm gonna show you how to look your best in just 5 minutes. So first of all, I apply makeup with my color analysis consultations only, because I base my makeup on the right use of colors. And today, and usually I do a whole makeover, today we are gonna focus on how to realize a basic, natural, but great makeup in just 5 minutes. Now, a little introduction. There are 4 elements that will help you get a great result. The quality of the products that you use, the tools that you use, the application technique, and obviously the color. So we are going to cover all of this. Let's start. The first thing I apply, and very essential, is concealer. All right. I use a liquid concealer. Now, you might need 1 or 2, depending on your skin undertone. In my case, I need 2. Why? Because we all need a yellowish shade for our eyes, under our eyes, because we want to contrast the bluish shade in here, okay? So I'm gonna use a more yellowish one. You don't need to apply a whole stripe. I see sometimes tutorials, and don't do it, please. You just need a tiny bit of product here all around the eye area. All right. And then preferably use a brush like this, okay? Can you see me well? Because I need to look in the mirror. Okay. I think you already can see a difference. Okay, so if your skin tone, undertone is quite yellowish, so it's warm, you can use the same concealer. If you, like me, have a cooler skin undertone, you might need to go for a lighter one, something a bit more similar to your skin. And so if you want to cover any spots, any blemish, you might need to use a different one. Like I have some, so I'm gonna cover them. Hopefully you don't need it. And for this, I usually go, in my case, it's the same brush. So I'm gonna use like a flatter tip like this, because it's more precise. So it helps you cover like precise spots. You can do this before or after the foundation. I usually do it before, and then if necessary, I retouch it. Okay. Then if you have a bit of excessive products, you can just use the other side and spread it. Okay. Done. Second step, foundation or CC cream, depending on what you prefer. I personally prefer to go for foundation because it's a bit more covering, but if you prefer something a bit more blending with your skin tone, a bit more natural, you just can go with a color cream. Now, you don't need to use an excessive amount of product. You just put a tiny drop on your hand. Can you see it? And then use a brush like this with a flat tip. Now, how to choose the color of your foundation? Most of the time, you are advised to try it on your wrist or on your hand. Wrong. What you need to do, because the color of your hand and wrist is totally different from your face and neck. And what you need to do is to apply your foundation either on your face and on your neck, which have a different color. So what you need to do is to try the color on the jawline. Okay, and find the color that blends well, either with your face and your neck. This is the thing to do to find the right color. And then how to apply the foundation. There's not a specific pattern to follow, but I tell you what I do. And I believe that having a pattern really helps you to remember all the steps and becomes automatic with time. So I start with the forehead. From the center, I go toward one side, and I go to the other side. Now what happens is that your neck is surely a bit lighter than your face. So at the beginning, when you apply the foundation, you will look a bit paler. But then you add color with bronzer and blush, so don't worry about that. Once you cover the forehead, I usually go down the nose, okay? And then I spread around the nose. This is where having a good blush, again, brush, help you because you can cover the tiny sections, you know, even here around the nostrils. Okay. Then I go again here over the lips. And then I start with the side, okay? Cheek, temple. If the product is not enough, you add a tiny bit more. Just be careful to spread it evenly because sometimes I see people that just apply it here on the front and they forget the side. You just need to apply the foundation everywhere, even very close to the ears, okay? Jawline, then I go to the other side. And then we cover the neck. So from the center, we go down. Let me open my shape. We go down. If the color is right, you're not going to see a big difference going down. Because again, your décolleté is again a bit darker than your neck, so it's gonna blend, okay? Okay. Done. I think I look already better. All right, and then this is another tool that I suggested to use. Now, sponges are most of the time used in a wrong way because people use it to spread the foundation, and that is wrong because they absorb the foundation. How to use them? I usually use them after the foundation or the CC cream to absorb the excessive product that usually gathers into the line and wrinkle, and so it can highlight them. We don't want that. So if you pass your sponge, just tapping very mildly, very gently around your face.
You're halfway through, Stefania.
Okay, wow. And then we go with the bronzer. For the bronzer, we need to use these sort of brushes, okay? You tap on the bronzer and then you either blow or you tap on your hand and then you do the fish. I know, it's funny. And you start from this point going upward to the temple. And then to recreate the natural shade of your face, you can touch the point where usually the natural sunlight touches your face. So the top of your forehead, your nose, your chin, and a central stripe on your neck. Next step, the blush. The blush, we need to find the right color. So I have two examples here. I hope you can see them. So one is a bit cooler and one is a bit warmer, like a peachy rose pink. Now, if you have a warmer skin tone, I would go for this one. If you have a cooler skin tone, I would go for something like that. And then for the blush, you need to use a brush that is a bit more puffy and rounded. And just like for the bronzer, you tap, you blow or tap on your hand, and this time you smile. And then you go here, not too close to the nose, here, and go upwards toward the temple. Okay? Starting to look like myself. Now, eyebrows, very important. If you have very well defined and fuller eyebrows, you can just use a brush, either sheer or with a color that is very similar to your eyebrows. If you, like me, have very unique definition, you can use a liner like this and just go to feel. Can you see me? Just go to feel and give a bit more of defined shape to your eyebrows. I like a very natural effect, so I never do something that look fake. People don't need to see that you have done this. This is my trick. And then you comb them. This is very important. Okay. We're almost there. Very important, mascara. For me, first of all, the mascara is black. No matter your colors, your skin tone, undertones, mascara needs to be black. But the application of mascara is super important and is also can be a bit complicated. So I'm gonna show you what I do. First step is to cover your tips because they are always left a bit behind. So do this. Just touch your tips. And then you go upward from the top, doing a zigzag movement like this. And then you do the same from below. Good. Zigzag movement until the top. Okay. I do it on the other side very quickly. Oh. Zigzag. Remember, the zigzag movement is really important to apply the products on all of your lashes. And if you want, you can do the same on the under lashes. So if you want to make your eyes look a bit bigger, you can also apply the mascara here, okay? And lastly, a lipstick. So that's a very personal choice in terms of color. If you want to go for a more natural look, that makes things a bit easier because you don't really need to be too precise. Just go for a color that's very similar to your lips. And as a technique, you need to start with the upper lips, center, and then go towards the end, like this. While with the lips below, you need to do the opposite, starting from the external corner to the center. External corner to the center. And this is a very natural look. If you want to apply a bolder color, then first thing I suggest you to do is to find the right shade. Okay, and for that is really important to know if your skin tone is cool or warm and deeper or lighter or softer or brighter. That's probably the most important thing to do. But if you have a favorite lipstick and you want to try, just do the same technique, just trying to be very precise. Okay, so never go beyond the lip lines, and also try not to go to the very end of the corner, but just try to stay a bit within. I try with this.
1 minute left, Stefania.
Yeah, I'm done. I've done this and I'm done. Okay. So I don't start from the very end. And it's done.
Hey. You're fabulous. Oh
I think I look better, don't I?
you do. You look gorgeous before, as somebody already put in the comments, but you look fabulous, and there's no eyeshadow on there. And obviously Stefania was stopping to tell us all about it. So had she not been talking to us, that would have been 5 minutes. I think we've all definitely picked up some stuff there. Somebody's asked, what brand of eyebrow liner did you use?
So all my products are from Arbonne. I use them for myself and I use them for my clients because I believe the quality is outstanding. Besides, they are also natural. So I also had people with, they usually develop reactions to foundation, and with these products, they had no problems. For lipsticks, I can use also lipstick and eye pencil. I can use also other brands, still vegan and cruelty-free, like NYX. But for what goes on the skin, I prefer to stick to Arbonne. And also the eyebrow pencil was from Arbonne.
Cool. And then, okay, I'm going to fire through some of these questions and then we're going to move on. Lipstick, do you apply in the same way with a solid lipstick if you don't have a brush?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fab. Do you use highlighter or don't you need to if you've used a bronzer?
I would use a highlighter. Obviously, this was a very basic makeup. Normally, what I do is to start with the primer as well and to apply a bit of highlighter just at the top of the cheekbones and up a bit here. A very natural one. I don't like the super glowing highlighters.
Cool. Yeah. And I think that's what we need to remember, that this is kind of an on you go fast. So somebody said, what about lip liner? So would that be the same if you were having a big night out and taking more time?
Yes, usually with bolder colors, I suggest to use a lip liner as well because it helps you give definition and also help the lipstick not to spread around and to stay longer. But again, it was a very quick makeup for those days. We had no time, for everything else.
Cool. Just a couple more. So Eugene, you kind of said it as a joke, but it's true. Like, what's the tip for applying mascara without getting it all over your kind of eyelids and under your eye and everything?
It depends. You need to change the inclination of your head. So usually, good question, Eugenia. Usually with the tip, I start looking straight, then I move my chin up a little and I do the top, and then I move my chin down a little, still looking straight, and I do the other side. I never stain my eyes.
Okay, so it's where you tip it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do one more last one, and I guess people can personally message you. You didn't apply foundation on eyelids. Is it not recommended?
I don't do it because, first of all, usually I do the eyeshadows as well, not this time, but I don't do it because I don't want anything to fall into my eyes. So it's preferable not to, but you can use like this, the concealer brush, if you have some products here, and just blend.
That's great. That was great. I think another round of virtual applause, ladies. That was really good. We were all, I was watching everybody. Everyone's like hanging on your every word. But it's, you see all these YouTubers slapping it on, and they're all about 18 anyway. So that was really, really useful.
Thank you.
All right.